The New York Knicks lose a heartbreaker against the Miami Heat 115-113. They had chance after chance after chance to steal this game. I use the term steal because I don't feel like they really deserved to win because they did not play a winning brand of basketball. But when the game got tight in the fourth quarter, they were able to make it a tight game after leading in the fourth quarter. But Karl-Anthony Towns has his shot blocked by Kel'el Ware. Then he misses the game-tying shot on the baseline from about 10 feet out. We'll talk about Karl-Anthony Towns. I have some thoughts on him, but some good news for the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson, who has missed the last 2 games due to an ankle injury in which he was listed day-to-day, he was participating in the pregame warm-ups and getting shots up, which tells me he is closer to returning. And with a game against the Dallas Mavericks on Wednesday, I'm sure he's circling that one on his calendar, hoping he can get back on that AAC4 in Dallas, Texas against his former team. And hopefully he plays because I'm going to be there and I want to be rooting on my captain. If you're ready for Brunson to be back from injury, hit that thumbs up icon for me. We need you, JB. Miss watching you play basketball. The Knicks lose this game for a bunch of different reasons. Let's start with this. You turned the ball over 3 more times than they did, and you had 6 less assists than they did. You shot 25% from 3 while allowing the Miami Heat to shoot 40% from 3. Through 13 games this year in which the Knicks are 8-5 and winless on the road, there's one thing that sticks out to me, and it's backed up by evidence. They're the worst perimeter defense in the National Basketball Association. By my eye test and by the numbers. Every team lights them up from 3, and I believe it is because of the lack of foot speed that they have when they go with that double big lineup, and then when they put Towns at the 5, he gets cooked in pick and pop situations. You also left 6 points at the foul line. You lost by 2. Most importantly, though, I feel like you lost this game because your best player was not the best player when his best was needed. I pulled up the Miami Heat team payroll tonight. $37 million from Bam Adebayo. He did not play. $31 million for Tyler Hero. He did not play. And $26 million for Terry Rozier. He obviously did not play. So the highest earners for the Heat tonight, Andrew Wiggins, $28 million, Norman Powell, $20 million, and Davion Mitchell, $11 million. If you add the salary of Andrew Wiggins and Norman Powell, it is short of the $54 million that Karl-Anthony Towns had to play. Towns played against a Miami Heat team that was Bam Adebayo-less. He should dominate like he did on Friday night, and it was the furthest thing from domination. I thought he was the worst Knick tonight. He had some points in the fourth quarter, hit a big 3, and was able to make that field goal percentage look a little bit better. But, a complete overreaction here in November. I just don't know if you can win a championship with Karl-Anthony Towns. Because if he is not playing at an elite level on offense, he is a complete negative on the basketball court. He can't guard. He doesn't add any of the little things or improve your team on the margins in any factor. I'm worried about Karl-Anthony Towns on this team. I'm worried if you could win a championship with Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's November, and I'm overreacting immediately after a loss. I get it. I just don't know. I don't know. The end of the game sequence was unfortunate for the New York Knicks. Look, Deuce McBride had the hot hand. Prior to those 2 shots, he was 10 of 21 from the field. And credit to him, the Knicks aren't in that game without Deuce McBride. He was awesome on the offensive end, especially in the second half. And I get it. He's hot. He's feeling it. You play through the hot hand, but so was Mikal Bridges. Deuce had 25 points on 21 shots prior to the final 2 misses. Mikal Bridges had 23 points on 14 shots. The ball should be in Mikal Bridges' hands. You should be running the offense through Mikal Bridges late in that game. You had 2 shots from Deuce and 2 shots from Towns to tie the game in the final 30 seconds. 4 shots, and Bridges got 0 looks. I'm really not sure how that happens. Okay, it's one loss. I get it, but it's a frustrating loss. nonetheless. Landry Shamet was not able to recreate what he did at MSG against the Miami Heat on Friday. He struggled to find the range. I thought he was a willing defender, but I thought Davion Mitchell kind of junkyard dogged Landry Shamet and took him to the rim a couple of times. He had 18 points tonight. He was awesome for Miami. Shout out to Josh Hart. I thought he kept the Knicks in the game. He came into the game in that first quarter and kind of turned it around. They started to play with more pace. He had that key offensive rebound in that fourth quarter that kept the game alive. But 6 turnovers, man. Like, you got to take care of the pill. If you don't value the pill, you don't value winning. And I know Josh Hart values winning. He'll do anything to win a basketball game. I'm his biggest fan. But you got to be better. You got to be better. You can't throw the ball away 6 times in a game where it's a 2-possession game. It came back to really bite the Knicks in this one. A lot more to discuss, but do want to let you guys know this t-shirt, it's on sale, $15 off at chatsports.com/Knicks shirt. It's chatsports.com/Knicks shirt. Make sure to use that code festive. Jordan Clarkson was impactful off the bench. 14 points for him, above 53% from the field. But like Clarkson and like everybody on the Knicks, they just couldn't hit shots from the outside. I mean, you're not going to win many games in which you shoot 9 of 36 from 3 and the other team shoots 14 of 35 from 3. That's a 15-point difference beyond the arc in a game that you lost by 2 points. You turned the ball over more. They had more assists. They made more threes. And your best player wasn't the best player in the game despite making $30 more million than any active player on the Miami Heat tonight. Tough loss. Mitchell Robinson, not much of an impact tonight. 11 points, 11 rebounds, 5 offensive. Only played in 18 minutes, kind of still hovering around that 20-minute per game. He was a +4 tonight. Shamet was a +14. Towns a +3. Bridges a -8. McBride a +3. The Knicks bench, they were bad in the plus-minus department. Jordan Clarkson was a -17. Hart a -11. Something that stands out to me when I'm looking at the box score is the Knicks played 4 players off the bench, but Mohamed Diawara played 1 minute, and Gershon Yabusele, he played 10 minutes. So you really ran a 7-man rotation tonight as you were down 2 starters. Back to it on Wednesday. You play the Dallas Mavericks, a team that is struggling to stay afloat. You got to win that ball game. You got to get back on track, and you got to get your first win on the road. If you're ready for Brunson to be back, hit that thumbs up icon, and we'll see you guys later.